Alright, should be recording. Let me just, yep, there's the file. Alright, so back in the last spell because it got a major update recently. Hang on, I have it up in a browser. Over the Mist and Far Away update that has a lot of changes to it. Probably one of the most significant is the perk system being reworked. That does have me a little concerned. Just, it's no longer so standardized. Every hero actually will have their own perks. And did I finish one? Okay, wait, no, okay. This is fine. So this is another one of the things, is that they gave a, well, wait, which one is it? There's a new tutorial map, but that's Swampford. That's not this. Gildenberg is the new map. Thought that it was... Winning a run unlocks access to Lakeburg, but I thought I saw something that if you already had access, you kept it. I also never completed Lakeburg, so maybe that's why I don't see it. But it's normally around, and I don't know what that... That looks like Swampford. I think I would have access. Yeah, whatever. Let's get into it. But, oh yeah, I forgot to say, this is the last spell. I think I forgot to say that. Key was provided by Tinsley PR for the arcade crew and the developers Ishtar Games, which I remember because it is very easy to see on the loadings, the main menu, not the loading screen. We're at the loading. Yeah. Alright, so what do we got here? And also just occurred to me, okay, so I do still have that stuff. That's good. So even though I'm like, I've lost Lakeburg, and I'm back to here, I still have like everything I unlocked. So, wasn't a wipe. Alright, there. Let's look at this stuff. So, well, incompetent, but aristocratic, and profit. Okay, so yeah, now the perks are set up like this. So we've got, well, there's a lot fewer compared to how many there were. Still have the multiple tiers, but these are selected out of a pool. And I think it is meant to be based in part on, you know, like these, the trait. Alright, so Cassie can unlock Sprint. Huh. That could be you. Huh. That actually could be very useful. Okay. And I also want to check what... Oh, yeah, no, I remember this. The Druidic Staff is actually pretty nice. I remember using it before. Also, Opportunism and Isolation have been changed. So, they now apply to all attacks, and as you can see, they're at 100%. So, as I get things that increase that, then, you know, it'll go up and basically just be a standard buff. But there will also be certain attacks. Let's see what else. The pistol isn't gonna do that. He's one arm. I'm noticing that looking here, not over here. So he has a trait that gives the 20% there. So if there's one of these, that's momentum. Okay, he doesn't have one there. But if he had one, like the longbow that has certain attacks that link with isolation, they might multiply. So it would be 240% damage. So yeah, it's a different system. And when I was reading the patch notes for it, it was one of those that's like, you know, I could actually see that being a much more effective and much more understandable system than what they had before. But let's see what he has for perks. This is what I don't like, though, is that I have to look every time. Sprint again. Harvester, which is different. Huh. Oh, also the perks will actually be shown. I don't know if the cursor's actually been captured, but be shown over here above where the weapon is in the normal UI, not in what we're currently looking at. So that way you know what is present, but also what will be applied for whatever the next attack is. Okay. And that was Kirill, so now for Mahika. Fatality. And this is actually one that they showed, they changed it up a little bit. Any enemy in melee range under 10 health. 3 for every hero level. Yeah. And you can use it an unlimited number of times. Huh. I'm curious what that means, though. So, like, you know, this with backstab, that takes 1 action point. Does this not? If it doesn't, I'd be very happy about it. Because it's also worth noting that you're limited to 4. You know, because there's only 4... The north, south, east, west, only the cardinal directions would be melee range. The diagonals aren't. But I can see that being interesting. Steady aim as a dagger. That's not gonna be so. Sheer regulation. So, I'm just kind of wondering if I want to shuffle things at all. I don't know. Okay, it just says melee. It's not giving us the image. Yeah, so one thing about this map is they cannot come from this side. Enemies cannot come from that side. So it's only 3 sides, which will hopefully make it easier. With a dagger, you have to be further forward. This weapon also is somewhat limited. Oh wait, no, you do have decent range. And the pistol is also definitely. And I need to remember. Okay, they're over. That's fine. That figures. But see, we got the opportunism, so it'd be 150%. It doesn't apply here. Oh wait, no, it can. Isolation most certainly does not, though. But if I... this... see, now they will actually do bonus damage. Of course, it's not completely necessary, but it is. Those 2 will die. This is dangerous, but it's still going to do it. Really? Let's do that. She's gonna get hit. Ah, just out of it, unless I do that. So that I do something. I mean, he can't hit anything. I guess you can, but what? Well, yeah, I can do this. That actually was good to do. It with how many were there, it just made more sense. I don't like how this is going. I mean, I should be able to handle it, but I'm gonna be beaten up. That's all I can really do. Wow. 1. Alright, take it out. There. It's fine. We got enough enemies? Yeah, I do not like the gear I've got on these guys. It just isn't good. I mean, it's like very melee, ranged but limited, and also powerful but, you know, kind of limited when it comes to number. And I do have news to talk about, but let's get through the night first. So now isolation is in effect, doubling the damage. And I think it'll... And I keep mystical. Yeah, it does. Yeah, he actually took some help. Took a hit to his health. Alright, those guys are all gonna die. Do that. I know I got isolation there. Two of them go. Yeah, I don't think it's worth spending the mana. Oh, yeah, that is a block. Really? Wow, alright. I didn't think that the blocker was in such a position to block that. Yep. There we go. There. There. And I think the rest of... Well, I'll do that. Ow. Alright, oh. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, I should have tried to do that a little differently. Because if I could have lined that up, then I would have been able to get a shot. Oh, wait. Oh, that did it. Yeah. Done. Still don't like that loadout, but it did alright. There. Oh, what have I unlocked? I promise once I get this stuff set up, I will. We'll go through the news. Okay. Huh, build 100 defenses. I didn't build any. It gave it to me. Huh. Alright. Actually, that's fine. Actually, wait. Before doing that... Armor maker, make 40. I do not even want to imagine how some people manage to get some of those. Alright, yeah. So I'm gonna throw down an armor maker. Get even more armor for my people. I think that actually... Alright. You get this. Momentum will be better on the other one, but that's 15. I actually think it's gonna be better this way. And true, increasing the reliability on this guy is not a bad thing. Okay, I see how this works. I actually didn't read it fully. So, and that actually is changed. I remember Harvester, that it didn't work this way before. So every time I kill 8 enemies, that will increase the daily mana regen by 2. But it resets every morning, so it's only good for one night. I think before Harvester... Actually, I don't remember how it worked before, but it is familiar. You're probably gonna be fine without that. Physical damage won't mean a thing. Critical maybe. Oh, no, it's... Getting a drink of water, as I think, and then I will talk about the next. Yeah, I think critical is actually going to be. That won't be used. You see. Yeah, let's increase the damage. Alright, so what have I got for news? AMD stuff. An NVIDIA and IBM thing that was a... Wait, seriously? We're doing this? And actually I've got some AMD stuff that I didn't note here. But also one thing that it's interesting. Especially to see how it will end up going in the future. So, Ian Cuttress, who is also got his PhD, I don't remember specifically what it was. Computational chemistry, essentially? But he had been at an Antec for years as, like, their main CPU guy, and motherboards as well. He announced a while ago that he was leaving. He has finally revealed what it is that he's doing, which is basically founding his own company that is going to be an... I just want to... because I did put it... analyst influencer. So a while ago, he started his Tech Potato YouTube channel, and he, from that, and also his own experience with just how he was so trusted in the industry, you know, many people have made the move like, from where he was to an analyst, but he's trying to do something a little bit different by doing this analyst influencer thing where he works a lot on videos, because he's been getting better at making the videos and he likes doing it, but he also does want to be, like somebody that the companies can come to and get advice from. But he talked about how there have been times that he, it's not gonna, well, it wouldn't be bad. That actually might be. And I mildly lost my train of thought. Hate it when that happens. Okay, so that's not a bad one. But one thing that he shared in the video talking about it was that there have been times that, like, the actual industry professionals talked about how they understood things in their fields better after seeing what an article of his, which is kind of wild. But at the same time, I do understand that. Yeah, why not? The reason that makes sense to me is when you're writing something, and I'm using as a basis my anti-aliasing article, I had to write that, and I looked through documentation, I looked through research papers, all just to try to understand some of the various underlying technologies and techniques involved with anti-aliasing. And then I tried to, compile all that for myself first, but then to write it all out so that anyone could understand it. Because I do feel, and I still feel, that there's a gulf between the just common knowledge that's wrong and, like the very simple, crude explanations for the technologies that's not how it works, and the actual accurate stuff, because it's like, you got what's right for middle school and high school, and then you've got what's right for, the master's degree in graphics engineering. Like, that's where the documentation, that's where the research paper. But the basic, like, you're running at high resolution downscaling. It's like, no. That is so inaccurate. Even for super sampling, that's not what's going on there. So you had that wide gulf, and that's why I wrote that article in part. It wasn't just for my own enrichment, though that was what initially got me to do it, was to find out, to understand this stuff better, because I didn't understand. But also to try to make an article that would fall in the middle. And I could believe that there are some industry professionals, not that anyone would have, reads my stuff, but I could believe that there could be some that would look through that, and maybe not much, but maybe, one or two things would be like, I never realized that that's how it works, or that's why it works that way. What do I want to do? Sure, the dot. I did that. That actually would be good. Yeah, I think I will. Plus, it'll let me see. Yeah, it doesn't have a cost. So that's awesome. That means I could just get up next to enemies and just start swatting them down. That's neat. And with the knife, it also makes sense. I probably want to do the health. Well, yeah, because isolation likely won't come up to. I might be able to handle some things there to get it, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think critical power, and I don't think isolation. So I think that, because she's gonna be melee. That's what she is. Alright, I can't afford anything there. Let's have some fun here. Do that. That actually took out everything. Alright. That's fine. There. I think part of what Cuttress also said was he intended to, yeah, so see, this is how we have that perk. So it's got the countdown there, and it's going to say how much it will actually increase there. Fatality, which, I mean, for now, can't be applied. And then, mana grip. That is a very nice quality of life. Oh, they're mainly over there. That's fine. Yeah, so he also said that he would be working with some, I'm just thinking the best way to put it, you know, some media outlets as well to help them improve their stuff. Obliterate him. He's gone. And, well, I mean, there's not much I can really do here. I don't see any reason to move. Let's go there. There. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. Wait, who is that many? I think it's you. Yeah, you got it. Well, we can for you. And there's I can't move to them. So. Yes. So at 20 health, this doesn't work yet. Like that. Hey. Okay. Now, however, and it's basically free. Oh, 17. It's just too high. 13. 19. Alright. Let's see what kind of... Oh, also hit me. That's gonna die. Oh, not ultible on that, but is on that. I like this, and that was something that I always never knew before was how if the fatality had any cost to it. So I never tried it. Here, I figured, and I gotta because. I guess that is one good thing about them cutting down on the number of perks, is that it does force you to use some you might not otherwise. You know, constraining selection does have certain advantages. That would be a terrible idea, so I'm not there, and let's actually pull him back. Let's try that. I mean, I've never used the knife before, so Makes sense to see what all it can do. Yes. For the AMD news, man, they had a number of things. Ooh. Alright. So, thing also with the AMD stuff is it's hard to say what is actually the most significant of what they put out, or rather what they announced. You know, actually having fatality on this guy would have been good. Just because of that ability. Oh well. Yeah, actually, pull back there. Have him wrap around. 11, 8, 12. Oh, yeah. 22. Of course. Oh, that actually worked out decently. So they announced, what, 7 different CPUs this week? Radeon Super Resolution. Announced, but we're not getting details, well, many details yet, on Fidelity FX Super Resolution 2. And... oh, I can do this twice? Perfect. Oh. Oh. And it hit the ones I wanted to hit. Yeah, you just stay there. That accidental poisoning was very bad. Alright. Well, hang on. Nope, still out of it. Alright. I know, I'm just eating through the mana, but... Cannot tell me that this is not awesome. To just use fatality like this. Does that go away? Okay, one more turn. Yeah, one more turn. I have to put up with that. Oh, there. Yeah, I see. Wow, really? Do that, protect yourself. You're gonna need it too. $20 is not there. There's that. Get rid of them and move and what are the you have them? And you can still move too. just that guy left that I actually have to look. Let me do this then. Gone and 1. I just feel like let him get the final kill there. Or is that or her? I don't remember. Yeah, Mahika. Alright, some more armor. Well, you there, you there, you back. So, alright, yeah, so they, 7 different CPUs. At the top is that 7 new CPUs that they've officially announced. AMD that. At the top of it is the 5800X 3D, so that's the 5800X, but with 64 megabytes of L3 cache stacked on top of the die to bring the L3 cache total to, I think it's 96? Because I think it's normally 32, and so that's on top of it, literally. Oh, that's it. Ooh. That actually could be good, because I don't use mana. Huh. That isn't bad. Range anywhere? Huh. I think I'll go with that one. Only thing is I gotta get the heal. Well, that'll help. Yeah. Physical damage doesn't matter. Reliability would be good. Oh, perfect. That was... Yeah, alright. That's not gonna do it. That would be good. So would this. Doesn't do magic. Physical damage. Doesn't do physical damage. Don't need more. This could be good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that because I used that one thing that, yes, the poison damage would have helped with, but if I have more mana, then I can use it. That's 40. I'll go with that. All right. Oh, good. I don't know which one to take. I don't... Hang on. Okay, so Mahika could actually... I realize I've got to sell. So Mahika could actually take a sword. Could also take a better dagger. Wait, what? How does that make sense? Oh, what I have is a level 1. That's why what I have is actually doing more damage. It just doesn't have the extra stats. But see, this is... That'd be hard. Just... Yeah, 8394 is better. The health regen, yes, would be helpful, but I'd rather... I have another way to get health onto. And I'm kind of good with the others. I know what I can do there. I think that could be actually pretty effective. There. Alright. That takes 2 hands, so that's going to be a little bit. That I could do. But I also... Mana... Strength... Ability... Oh, hey, let's... This first, where can I even put it? It's like only here. Yeah. There. It may have actually been kind of risky. Like, what all can I afford? Not too much. That's okay. I really wanted... I think it would have only been like this or the potions, and you know I can afford the potions, so we're good. It's mainly gonna be on this one. That actually should be okay, and I did just realize I completely forgot that I could use this. So there's no point in spending that. Could destroy some of this stuff. And get 28 gold. What would that allow me to buy? That would allow me to buy that. That is actually more damage. Okay. That? Yeah, I think I will do. Do that here. Get this there, and the transfer I can use to advance other people. This mainly would help actually with this one. So it's not going to be so useful a skill for a while. Oh well. So yeah, coming back to what AMD announced. The 5800 X3D, AMD is claiming it is the fastest fastest gaming CPU, which maybe. I mean, until you actually have it, like, you know, released and people reviewing it, you can't. You know what? You're actually just gonna wait there. Sorry, but there's no point trying to move him. Do have rain-ish. And it'll be launching on April 20th at $450, I think it was $449, I believe. I don't know where I want her. Currently, it's looking like there's more enemies over here, but I don't know how long that's gonna be. I'm gonna move her over this way, because this guy's got enough ranged to him and somewhat powerful range that he should be able to hold this side for a while. So the extra enemies here and the fact that this guy's only melee, I think it'll be. I know it sucks, but there's just nothing I can do. The place was that bad. All right. And I unfortunately don't remember the pricing for the other stuff, but the 5700X, was it 5700X? That probably for more people would be the interesting one, because of you know, just the whole wait, why can I not? Why is that not gonna work? Oh, because... Oh, okay. That's right. That makes sense, that actually. Seriously? But the 5700 XT is basically a less expensive 8-core 16-thread CPU. It also is come on, brain, turn over. Man, that did not do nearly as much as I thought. Well, at least somebody's gonna die there. And that's it. Is only 65 watt part, the 50%. Actually, all except for the 5800X 3D, all of the CPUs announced are 65 watt part. Which probably good, probably bad in some ways. I'm certainly for a lot of people it'll be good. You know, just the whole keeping thermals in check kind of stuff, keeping power usage in check. Like this, he can't hold it, but this chasm there is messing. And he has also got the catapult to save him if necessary. But they also announced the 5600X and 5500X. So all three of those, 5700X, sorry, 5700X, 650, 600, and 5500 non-X's are Zen 3. But there's also, this is a terrible idea what I would do. It might be what I should. You know what? That's not terrible. Okay. So it'll go like that. Good. It's not a smart... Well, wait. Perfect. That is perfect. Okay. Oh, and that's... Alright, well... Nah. I don't see the need to do that. There. Mana back. So yeah, the other 3 CPUs that... I know, I'm jumping. The other 3 CPUs that AMD announced, one is actually an APU, so it's also got the integrated GPU. The other 2 are not, but they're actually Zen 2 based. So it looks like AMD has decided to try to make use of their lower end, well, some of the dies for their lower end parts that maybe aren't doing well enough on their own. Oops. I don't think we're there yet. I think we might be here. Not nearly as effective as I had hoped. I'd really like to take this. I just don't know how. Yeah, that might do it. Perfect. There. But yeah, so they're actually 4000 series parts. Which, it's weird, but at the same time, it is sort of a... Hey, if they got the parts and they can feel they can sell them that way, that's, you know, good for them. I know this is risky. Oh man, I really shouldn't do it. I can totally see if I do it there, just... This is risky too, but I'll do it. Awesome. I wanted to hit back there. I was hoping to hit, like, in that cluster, but that did not happen. That's not good enough. That. Though, I can do this now. I should have thought of that earlier, actually. Alright, it's a little risky, but it'll work. Seriously? $38. There. That's the best I can do there. And there. Well, oh, duh. Do the other side. That was not great, but not terrible. Alright, there. So that gave me the time I need on that. Not good. Yeah. Best I can do. Yeah. So yeah, it is definitely interesting the whole them filling out the bottom of the stack at this point in the game, because like we know that the next gen is coming, Zen 4 is coming in just later this year. But it is also the whole, well, Alder Lake is actually competitive in certain areas that it didn't seem that Intel wasn't really applying pressure. So things like the 5600, the 5500, and the 5700X make sense in terms of that. Really do. That basically AMD's... Oh, I don't want to do that. That does... that, AMD's realizing that, oh, we need to put... We need to re-exert our presence in the, in the middle. Would that be a better idea? Yeah. Oh, man, I thought that would have done more. One per night. But I have that perk that makes it 2. It's a bad idea, but I'm still gonna do it. Alright, that was effective. And I want to start moving over there. Help out. It's risky, but I actually think that would be good. Yeah, bringing up the Ryzen 4000, the Zen 2 stuff, that's what seems odd. But, I mean, you know, AMD's not stupid, so they have some idea there. Even if it is just something like, you know, trying to clear through stock that, you know, they couldn't get rid of otherwise. Still a plan. But that and that. They also, though, announced something that is significant, is very significant. The effect might not seem very, but it is still significant. There you go. That's fine. Perfect. Oh, how's that? Well, that figured. Nah, I don't feel like using mana for that. It can just be another turn. I need to drink water. I have such a headache. Oh. Okay, so this other news that is significant from AMD is with the GISA 1207, they are actually going to, well, if a BIOS is using that, it'll actually support the up to Zen 3, so up to Ryzen 3000. Sorry, Ryzen 5000. The significance of this is that means that a BIOS for the 300 series chipsets, so the first generation of chipsets, yeah, I guess we can go with that one. Actually, no, let's be nice, go with that. Not try to upset her. So if you had an X370, if you have an X370 motherboard, if the motherboard manufacturer, that's a big if, decides to make a new BIOS or beta BIOS based on this new GISA, that means then that you would be able to put in like a 5950X, or even the that's but it would also mean the 5800X 3D would be supported, and I did see that specifically stated somewhere. Might have been in a video that AMD put out saying that yes, the 5800X 3D would also be supported on these X370 and such motherboard with that GISA, which is pretty neat. That could be nice. See, if this accelerated, then it would be really nice, but instead that's just the core can take more hit. Honestly, of these, I think I can't reach that one yet, but that would be nice. This might be the most useful, but I do think it would be better to wait and see. I don't know. I mean, because some of these are definitely very powerful. Yeah, let's just see what I get. Although I should also look to see how long I've been going. Okay, before, well, yeah, because it shouldn't take long. The NVIDIA and the IBM thing that I mentioned, I saw that apparently they are working on a on how did they put big accelerator memory, or BAM, which would be to put a SSD onto a GPU, because having that quicker that closer access also means faster access, which can improve performance for various things. It's just, some of you may remember that AMD already worked on that. It was called the Radeon Pro SSG, solid state graphics. That was years ago. And I don't think anything really came of it. Yeah. So, why are they not doing it? Sure, actually, because of that perk, that's not bad. See, I really don't know what the thinking is there. I mean, yes, it is a neat thing, but it's also just one of those. I'll bet that what'll end up happening is people will just see that, oh, this BAM stuff, it's wonderful. And whenever AMD puts out something else it does, it's like, oh, they're just copying BAM. It's like, no, they did this, they pioneered this. Then NVIDIA finally decided to try themselves. This? Well, no, because it's the wrong kind of thing. Right? Oh no, is that just generic damage? That's magic. That's range damage. Oh, okay. Okay, so now I see. In that case, then, what was? Yeah, so that actually will be effective. Oh. Physical damage won't help him. That actually, that would be good. I don't have anything on him doing that, so I'll go with. Actually, no. Let's there, and let's re-roll. Yeah, go with that. Whoa. Yeah, I think I want to go with that. And I almost have to look at this. It's the current mana though, so would actually decrease over time. Well, as I use it, so not as effective on it. But this would be effective because she's not getting hurt. Because I am in fact using, well, it's only 5. Is 5 worth it? Let's see. Still only 5, but I'll take it. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything to add. to that NVIDIA and IBM knew. I guess just this. I do think it is very reasonable that we will eventually see more accelerators, like GPUs. GPUs are just graphics accelerators. The NVIDIA invented the term GPU, but originally they were called graphics accelerator. An accelerator is basically any dedicated piece of hardware for accelerating certain tasks. Graphics is predominantly linear algebra, linear math. So a way to think of it is like a bunch of scientific calculators, like thousands of scientific calculators all working together. Whereas a CPU is more generalized, so it's more like a graphing calculator. Fewer graphing calculators, but they can do basically anything. But they're not specialized like a GPU is. That's an accelerator. Sound cards would be audio accelerators, networking well, actually, I don't know if you could consider a network card an accelerator. FPGAs, though, could be used as an accelerator. But anyway, I could definitely see that eventually accelerators becoming more like just mini computers, where they have their own. I mean, already they have their own processors and have their own memory, but adding in their own storage would make some sense. Especially with big data kind of stuff, where you can just put the whole database there and just have it run, so it doesn't need to go through the CPU or even use some special technology, so that it can go through, so it can skip the CPU and be called directly from the storage. If it's already on there, then it's already going to have the ability to access that storage, and it will be faster. So, yeah. That's one hint. So I can just stick there. That actually might not be terrible. Yeah, let's actually do that. None of this is all that. 9, 8. The heck? That was weird. Nope, and I missed. For some reason, the mouse has been acting up on me a little bit. So that's what was happening there. Start. This is... Yeah, so it's best to just sell that. What is that? Oh, I've not seen it. At least not like that. That's... Oh, right there. It is... Huh. Actually, that would be an improvement. And in theory, it would be free. Oh, no, sorry, it wouldn't be. I would sell it for 8, not... It's not that it costs 8 to buy. I misread it. Good thing I didn't buy it yet. Too bad I don't have any offhand stuff in here. Could that actually... Let me just think. Do I want to lose the experience? I don't think so. I like my experience. What have we got in? I think that actually would be good. Going down in Bowie. Oh, gold mine. There. Why am I not allowed to... Maybe there's just no place to put it? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with this. And I have reasoning to this as well. That I want to get a better weapon onto her. So that right there would be better. That also would be better. Oh, and all. Okay, so that's an all. I don't think that's enough. 9 damage there, but 5 damage. Oh, and also the critical. And that won't crank it. I think that could work. So not as well. It's not rusty. That's the difference. Not much of a difference, but it is a difference. Huh. That's actually kind of neat. That's not what I'm running out of, though. I do need get this stuff, though. There. Let's see what I have now. Another offhand hammer. Better sword. That at nearly 20 damage more. That I think will actually be. Actually. Yeah. Leave it at that. That. Alright, and how long have I been going? Almost an hour and a half. Wow. I did not realize that. Okay. I enjoy the game, so I do lose track of time when playing it. So I'll close this out just because I will not stop playing. Otherwise. Wow, I did not realize I was going that long. It is a good game. I really do enjoy the game, and I do strongly recommend it as well. I'm just thinking with my categorization system, it would definitely be a 3. It's an easy and strong recommendation right there. In some ways, I would actually be tempted to give it a 4, though. On the level of no, you have to play this. The issue, it's solid 3. I feel like with a 4, it's more like it's a 4 depending on who you are. The last spell would be a 4 where you have to play it. If you're somebody who can enjoy that turn-based kind of gameplay, I do. Not everybody does, though, and I understand that. But also, I would say if you are somebody that can enjoy the rogue light experience, I think it is. I mean, personally, I do not like the rogue like experience. So that's the one where when you die, everything is reset. This is not like that. If you like the rogue light experience, I think that's what this is. Where no, you get that stuff. The unlocks as you progress that make you stronger. If you enjoy that, I do think that this game achieves that so very well. Has that well balanced, has it be very approachable and accessible. If you are somebody that likes that stuff, then yes, you have to play it. I think it is so well. But I do want to quickly go over the Radeon Super Resolution and Fidelity effects FSR 2.0. So the Radeon Super Resolution is basically FSR 1.0, but as a driver toggle. Unfortunately, it's RDNA 1 and newer GPUs, so that's RX 5000 series and above, so 5000, 6000 series. I did see something AMD has said that they will investigate bringing it to older GPUs, so Vega and Polaris would be the main ones there, which FSR 1.0 runs fine on those. And while I know some people are basically, oh, well, this is clear evidence that they want to abandon the the older stuff and they want to just push people to buying the new stuff, it's like, I don't think it's so much that as it is. No, the emphasis is on the new hardware, as it should be. I mean, I'm using an RX 580 right now. I want to see this feature on it. I might not ever use it, but I still want to see it on there. But I'll be honest, I completely think that they should emphasize the current hardware first, because that's where they're still making their money. That's where, that's what's selling today. If I upgrade this GPU, that's what I'm buying. That's where I need that's where I need to find the features that I'm paying for. Putting it on, and I want it on my RX 580. I want it on my RX Vega 64. But that's not where they're going to make any money. That's where they're going to have, get people to continue to be loyal customers. And also that's, the people that are going to see the largest benefit. Yes. But it still is, they're the older stuff, so it's not necessarily the hardware that they're all that familiar with working with anymore. Because it's so much older. I mean, it's like, what are we talking about here? Actually, hang on, I can look. You're going to hear me going through Windows stuff. Going through an Explorer. Just need to remember where I've got some of this stuff. Here we go. I actually added to a database of mine the information on my GPU. Okay, the RX Vega 64 released in 2017. So we're talking 5 years ago. It's actually more like 4.5. But the RX 580 released April 18th. So this is almost 5 years old, okay? Yeah, I'm not going to push that they have to, that they have to satisfy, but that they have to continue to deliver features for that. I want the support to continue, and that I think that they will continue to do, especially for Polaris, because holy crap, that thing has been long-lived. It is ridiculous how long-lived the RX 580 is. And the RX 480 too, but a lot of the attention is on the 580, I feel, with regards to that. And it's just... Hang on, sorry, I just know something. How does that... I must be going by that. Huh. Sorry, I have the release date for all the GPUs in my collection. I also have the acquisition date. And for the Vega 64, it says 2019-06, but I purchased my original Vega 64 2 days after it launched. It was on the Thursday. It released on Tuesday. I purchased it on the Thursday, so I got it launch week, not launch day. I'm guessing then that this 2019-06 that I have here, that's when I got the RMA version, which makes sense because it's what I have. What I originally had was the reference version, but Gigabyte sent me the Gaming OC8G version. Anyway, I want to see the support for the older stuff, but I'm not going to demand it. I would just say, hey, I want this AMD, but I'm not going to say you have to give it to me. I think that if you're doing that, you have things wrong. That it's no, AMD should be focusing on the newest stuff, the stuff that is actually selling from them today. I hope that they will be able to get prices under control, both for the current stuff, but also for what's coming. All that, but the sky is not falling just because they're not making sure that everything works with the GCN. But anyway, the way it works is it seems the way it works anyway, because I don't know, neither of my GPUs can use it, is it essentially replaces the upscaling method. So if you turn it on and then you reduce the resolution of an exclusive full screen, and sorry, I'm just going back through the folders, then this RSR will take care of the upscaling. So that means it will do not only the upscaling, but also the sharpening of FSR. The catch for doing this is that being in driver, yes, that means it'll work with basically any game. The catch, however, is that things like the UI will also be upscaled, and that's not really what you want to do. FSR, any of these upscaling methods, you'd want to be done ahead of the UI, so the UI will be rendered at the native resolution. But it is a sacrifice you have to make to have that broad support. And I have seen some people talking about how it's actually like amazing how good and effective it is on a lot of games, because it's also like games that have long since been abandoned, games that are end of life. So you're not going to see FSR patched in, even though that could be something that one engineer could do in one day. It's still, it's like, why are we going to touch a game that, we stopped developing on? The last patch for it was 2-3 years ago. But FSR 2.0, I want to talk about that. It is basically what people thought it would be. And also, I'll blow my own horn here a little bit. It's also what I thought it would be and wanted it to be. If you listened to last week, which you didn't because nobody listens to any of these, I talked about how I think that what AMD should do is have FSR 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0 and treat those as different feature levels. With 1.0, everything supports, but it's just a spatial upscaler. It's easy to implement and easy to run, but it's the least effective. 2.0 be a temporal method, which is more involved to implement because you need now more data out of the engine for it to work. But it will be much more effective at the upscaling because it's using information from multiple frames. That's why it's temporal. It's using data over time, information over time for the upscaling. And there's more than that going on there. But then 3.0, in my hypothetical, how I would want to do it, would be, and we have no idea if AMD will actually do this, but that's where it would be like, okay, now we're going to employ a machine learning method like DLSS and XeSS that will enhance the upscaling. That instead of it being a simpler upscaler, a more traditional upscaler, that's probably a better way to put it, it's going to be using something that's trained so that it's making better guesses. It's educated guesses. That I just taking a little bit of a step back. That's what machine learning for DLSS, the trained neural network, that's all it is. It's just making educated guesses. But they're better guesses than traditional upscaling methods, which is fine. But it's people lose their minds over, oh my god, it's AI, this is so amazing. Oh my god, it's a reconstruction technique, it's so amazing. And they completely lose sight of the fact that it's just educated guessing. That's all machine learning is really achieving for any of its uses. It can be very good, in part because it can work on terabytes of data to develop, to build up that education for its guesswork. But it's still just educated guessing. And I lost a little bit of a train of thought, but I know what I wanted to come back to with FSR 2.0 is they did explicitly state it does not use any machine learning, which means it also does not use any machine learning hardware. So it will have broad support. What exactly that means, we don't know, beyond it being able to run on competitor products. That's all they basically said. So hopefully, in theory, it should be able to work with even the RX 580, if they choose to do that. Well, if they choose to enable it. It will be open source on GPU Open, though, so my guess is that they will try to have very broad hardware support, because somebody will just come up with it. It would be better if they have that there. And it might be weaker support. It might be, like a beta or experimental, so it's on the developers at various studios to help figure that out, but still, and I'm losing my train of thought a little bit again. It's still, by doing that, though, it's basically anything can run it. And that's going to be very powerful for them. And, the whole, in my hypothetical thing, that's the whole idea, is that 1.0, anything can run. 2.0, most anything can run. Anything modern should be able to run it. 3.0, if that were to exist, and if it's machine learning based, would be okay, this is AMD only. Or it's going to be like XeSS, where it's like AMD will run it the best, but it can run on other things using an instruction set that any other GPU is able to support. But one other thing about FSR 2.0 that is important, and I guess one way to put it is, I think that my feeling is that if you see any outlet not mentioning this, even if it's just a single sentence, but not mentioning it, they're not paying attention to the technology. It will actually replace, it will have its own anti-aliasing solution in there. Why does this matter? Why do I think this is so important? FSR 1.0, being just spatial upscaling, was reliant on the game to already have, to be giving it an anti-aliased image, whether that's with MSAA or, more likely today, TAA. Could also be FXAA or SMAA. But TAA is something that's quite popular. A lot of engines already have stuff in there. And the thing is, TAA is such a broad family of technologies. And some are fantastic, amazing, truly impressive implementations. Others are absolute crap. You almost don't want to turn it on, but it's the only way to get rid of the aliasing artifacts. But it softens the screen too much. You've got ghosting, things that it's terrible. Well, the artifacting that you can have in a TAA, FSR 1.0 will upscale and sharpen, because it has no ability to get rid of that. By FSR 2.0 having its own solution in there, though, for its temporal anti-aliasing, which makes sense, because you wouldn't want to... TAA would also be doing the whole, motion vector stuff. It would be using the information across multiple frames. So why would anyone want to have that in two places, in TAA and in FSR 2.0? Because FSR 2.0, it's using the same data. You might as well build the anti-aliasing method in there. So it's all in one system. It's using one set of data instead of having to use it in two separate places. It makes sense to do that. But it also gives AMD some power there, because they can they probably have worked on tuning it to minimize the artifacts that need to be minimized for FSR 2.0's methods, techniques for upscaling and sharpening, to make sure that artifacts are minimized. So that's probably going to be very important right there. And yeah, it's something that I do think that if somebody is skipping over that, they're not paying attention to the technology. They're not recognizing that was a weakness of FSR 1.0 that AMD is going out of their way to make sure is solved. And there's also something else that just occurred to me that could prove interesting, is that AMD is going to have it be open source. And if it is indeed a high quality TAA method that's in there, in theory, that could be pulled out, and then other developers could use it. In theory. But also, I could believe that you would see developers may not pull it out to use it separately, but I could see some of them deciding, you know what? We're going to take your TAA method. We're going to make that the game's TAA method, and then have the checkbox if somebody wants to do FSR 2.0. So if they turn that on, then okay, we're going to render it at a low resolution, and it's going to be the same TAA that's in play, but lower resolution than the upscaling. I could see that happening. I could see a lot of developers being like, this is perfect, because if it is a good anti-aliasing method, we don't know until it comes out. We don't know. But let's assume it is, or at least above average. It doesn't need to be great, but let's just say it's better than the average. I could see developers being like, you know what? Instead of using what the engine has, or instead of trying to develop our own, we're going to just try to set it up this way. And I would think that that's something that would be possible, either through a studio's developers on their own, or in conjunction with AMD. And I could also see, it's like if a developer were to come to AMD, it's like, hey, we're partners. Can we work on doing this? I could believe that AMD AMD would be like, yeah, actually that's a very good idea, because that would, be then one solution that covers two separate problems, two separate issues. And that if AMD can offer that, that would help developers decide to work with it. So, yeah, I know I'm rambling, but hey, at least I am actually, staying somewhat focused. I'm losing my train of thought at times, but I'm staying focused. Whereas the game was successful in distracting me, because it's a good game. It really is. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to really mention from this week. Nothing is jumping out to me. This has been a busy week. There have been a lot of things going on, but I've also been busy enough with the day job that, yeah, it doesn't feel like Monday was this week. It's kind of one of those. I guess I can say this. I did get a review key this week, so I will be working on that. I don't want to say what the game is yet. I'll say this much. The game has multiple embargoes. I'm probably, because of how I do stuff, like how I share the review playthrough, how I share the written review at the same time, those two released together, it'll probably be one of the later embargoes that I'd hit. So, just a kind of, if you see a game that's coming out soon and reviews start popping up for that even though I don't necessarily hit it on time for those first embargoes, you may still see a review from me for it. But I don't know. It was nice with, I think it was Dying Light 2, where it said, yeah, you can say that you got the key. I don't know if that's true for everything, so I don't know if that's the case here. But I am, the game looks interesting, so I am looking forward to spending the time in it, and, yeah, in getting the review put together for it. But, that might take me a bit. As I said, I don't know if I'll even hit the first embargo date. But the other embargo date, or dates, I should be able to hit that. So, yeah. Anyway, I gotta stop so I can get this processing, and holy crap, it's an hour and 42 minutes. But it's a good game. It sucks me in and keeps me in. That's part of what makes some games really good. Like I said, this is an easy, just solid recommendation from me. Play the game, it is good. And if it's a game that can connect with you, if you think it can, get it. I mean, it truly is that good. And I just want to quickly see, what is it price? $20? I forgot that it was priced at $20. Yeah, that's an exceptional price for this game. It's a very easy to recommend game at that. Let me just say this, because Loop Hero is another game that has certain similarities to this. And it would also be for me, an easy 3. But I could also see Loop Hero being a 4. But it's been long enough since I've played them to review them, so I don't really want to say that. I know that they're easy recommendations, so definitely 3s. But could they be 4s? Yeah, I think, depending on who you are, the kind of gamer you are, this is a 4, Loop Hero is a 4, and I just mentioned Loop Hero because there are certain similarities. Anyway, I really should stop so we can get this processing and get it uploading, and I shall see you next time, when I'll probably be back in Just Cause 2, unless like Going Medieval gets an update, and then I will do that, just like I did this, took a break from Just Cause 2 to cover the update for this, and I just realized that that thumbnail is wrong. This is not update 2, this is update 3, this is early access update 3. I know I wrote that into the image. I don't know how it changed back. I am sorry about that. I will make sure that the thumbnail that's actually on the video, though, will be correct. I can't change what's in here. Alright, see you next time.